Morning, everyone. Sunday, January 30th. We have a special show today. We have some breaking news. As of yesterday, late yesterday, it was reported by ESPN, Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter, that the great Tom Brady has retired. After 22 seasons, 20 with the New England Patriots, 2 with Tampa. He hasn't officially come out and stated that he has retired, but all reports are, especially through those two outlets, that he is done. Uh, so if it's 100% true, which ESPN is pretty right on target with their reports, then it's been a great ride for Tom. I mean, look, I hated the guy for a very long time. I couldn't stand him for all those years with New England. He whined and cried and cheated with the deflated balls, and then with his coach Belichick, going ahead and secretly taping, the other team's plays and whatnot. But it really, I didn't like them two for a very long time. But after the Eagles beat them with Nicky Foles, Nicky Six, Big Dick Nick, then I let a lot of that anger go, and I started to appreciate, sit back, watch, and appreciate what this guy has done. And I said to myself, I got to sit back and enjoy what I'm seeing here, because the guy is the greatest that I've ever seen play. I mean, not just the Super Bowls alone. I mean, he's been to 10, he's won 7. To go all the way up 22 seasons, to play at 44 at pretty much the same high level is just, unbelievable. I mean, I know there's a lot of rule changes, and they took a lot of the hitting out and protecting players, especially the quarterbacks and stuff, in this day and age. But still, to be able to compete, still have the arm strength, just the aware we're all of, just being able to because the players are so fast and whatnot, just to be able to do what he's done for so long is just incredible, and mad respect to him. I mean, the last 2 years I've watched pretty much every Tampa game, the full game from start to finish, just because I knew it was going to eventually come to an end at some point, but just to appreciate, what I'm seeing. Because, when you root against someone for a long time, like I have, and you really have a lot of hatred for it, you really can't appreciate how great they are. You see it, but you're so involved in, the game, hoping that he would lose, and your team would win, that, and then a lot of all the stuff that I talked about as far as the cheating and deflation of balls and stuff. You really can't enjoy the actual talent of the person and how great they are until after you let all that anger go, and you go ahead and you just sit back as a fan. And that was the same way with Michael Jordan. When I was a young guy, young kid, hated Michael Jordan. Went to a few Sixers games, just hated the guy, rooted against him. At the Spectrum, in a playoff game, I rooted against that guy. And, Sixer fans were actually getting on me about, why are you getting on Jordan? He's the best player in the game. I'm rooting for the Sixers. It's like, okay, well, you don't have to say Jordan sucks. I'm like, well, I know he doesn't suck, but, I'm trying to get my team to do anything I can to, throw the guy off. Just go crazy. But then after Jordan became, I guess, the second run with the Bulls, I let a lot of that anger go. I was older, and mid-20s by then, and I just said, let me start appreciating how good this guy is. And I started to root for him. Now granted, the Sixers didn't win a title, never beat really the Bulls in the playoffs, but as I aged, I learned to appreciate Michael Jordan. I also did see a Sixers win a title when I was a kid, though, in 82, 83. So I did see that. So that was kind of etched in the back of my mind. But as far as the Eagles, I just never had seen a Super Bowl. Was demoralized in 80, 81 actually, 80 season when they lost 27-10 to the Raiders. Jim Plunkett lit them up. But yeah, I just the hatred for Brady and Belichick, just oh. But like I said, once again, when we won that Super Bowl, I let it go. And I've really enjoyed watching Tom play the last few years. He really is just calm, cool, and collected back there, and what a competitor. And kudos to him. And he can spend some time with his family. And his new brand he has out now. I believe he's doing some kind of fashion stuff. Like they all do. They get into some kind of like fashion or some kind of brand after they retire. I think though, I think he's going to spend a couple years with his kids. He has one teenager, and I think that we'll get involved with some sports with them. But then, don't be surprised because Tony Romo threw this out there, and I'm just reiterating what he said. The guy will stay in tremendous shape with the TB12 and his trainer Alex Guerrero. The guy will still be training. No, let's get this straight. He'll still be training. Not obviously not for football in the off season, but don't be surprised if he makes a comeback in a couple seasons. Takes a year or two off, spend it with his kids, family, his hot looking wife. But don't be surprised if he comes back at like 46, 47. And maybe not with Tampa, but maybe Miami, somewhere down there. Or maybe even out west with San Francisco, or not the Chargers. They're rolling with Justin Herbert, but maybe if Stafford is done at that time. Depends. We'll see what happens. It wouldn't surprise me though if he came back. I'm just I'm not making any predictions. I'm just throwing it out there. From what Tony Romo was saying, and he would have more knowledge about that than me. So. Anyway, segueing into greatest quarterbacks of all time. Now, still have the COVID cough. I'll probably have that for the rest of my life. Anyway, so Brady, we could probably all agree is the greatest quarterback to ever live. So he would be number one on my list. So I've compiled a top 5 quarterbacks of all time with some honorable mentions. Now, feel free to comment, in the comments below what your top 5 would be. But mine these are top 5 that I've seen in my lifetime, from a little kid going up all the way till now. I don't remember the Y.A. Tittles and those types of guys, the Johnny Unitas's. I don't remember those guys. The Kenny Stablers. Just seeing highlights, but not with my own eyes. And the top 5 in my lifetime, I would have to say are, again, these are I'm not going by Super Bowls. Just going by pure talent and whatnot. With Super Bowls factored into it, but overall, everything as a whole. Brady, obviously, number 1, the GOAT. Peyton Manning, number 2. Joe Montana, number 3. Dan Marino, number 4. I would have to say you have Brett Favre, between Brett Favre and John Elway, number 5. With some honorable mentions, Ben Roethlisberger. Again, you could throw John Elway or Brett Favre as the honorable mention, because either one of them you put in the top 5. Aaron Rodgers, honorable mention. I think he's underachieved during his career, but only one Super Bowl with all that talent. And he's a guy that something's always going wrong. But overall, as an overall whole, he does have a Super Bowl. been in numerous NFC Championship games, and so I would have to say Aaron Rodgers is honorable mention. We're going to give a special honorable mention to Nick Foles. Yes, that's right. I said Nick Foles because he brought the Philadelphia Eagles their first Super Bowl with the help of Carson Wentz. Started at 11-3, and his career has nosedived ever since due to injuries and lack of poor attitude. Anyway, mostly because of injuries, and just a little bit not as good as we thought he would be. Great second year, but yeah, gotta add Nick Foles to that list because he brought us the Super Bowl. So again, in the comments below, if you want to give your top 5 that you've seen in your lifetime, that would be great. It's always good to get fresh perspectives from people, different people and what their opinions are. I think that's the beauty of the freedom of speech and everything. People have different opinions. We all may not agree, but we can all, agree to disagree and not get angry over it and, enjoy one another. Enjoy life because life is very, very precious. Okay, so congrats to Tom Brady for retiring. And I hopefully we'll see him come back in a couple years. But if he doesn't, it's been a great run. And, good luck in your future endeavors. Real quick, because it's going to be a short show, very short show today. I just want to say that the Philadelphia Flyers won a game finally in January yesterday. They beat the LA Kings 4-3 in overtime. Scott Lawton with the game winner. Crowd of all of about that they want to show you on TV that looks like a sellout but really isn't. All of about 6,000. Went wild. It was one of those games where, again, the Flyers, only one guy really showed up, Cam Atkinson. The rest of the team, didn't look good. Half the guys, you don't even know half the players on the team, because they're bringing up guys to play. Guys are out. Guys are gone. It's just frustrating. But they got the win. They snapped a 13-game losing streak. Carter Hart with 37 saves. Their first win in January. Atkinson with 2 goals and assists. Flyers improved to 14, 22, and 8. Good for 6th in the wild card spot in the standings in the Eastern Conference. And we fully expect the Flyers to make a major run, maybe win 30 of their last 35 and sneak into the wild card spot. Yeah, okay. That won't happen. Gotta wait till next year. But congratulations to the Flyers again for that big win yesterday. Blew another lead, couple leads. And, Carter Hart stood on his head. So congratulations again. Sixers improved to 30-19. Also with a 103-101 win over the Kings of Sacramento. Again, Embiid just carrying his team. Mr. MVP, Joel Embiid, 36 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists. Joel Embiid is just carrying his team for the last couple months. He's just not taking no for an answer. I believe he's in shape. And the guy deserves to be MVP. With that being said, the guy on the other side for the Kings who led them in scoring was Tyrese Halliburton with 38 points and 7 assists. Here's a guy who's been mentioned in trade talks for Ben Simmons. He's a rookie this season, 21 years of age. He's a point guard / shooting guard. DeAndre Fox was involved in those trades. He's also a point guard / shooting guard, mainly point. And Buddy Hield. I would not make the deal unless you get all 3 players. You need the 3-for-1 for Simmons. You got to get at least the first-round pick. You need Halliburton. Hield's 30. It just seems like Villanova. He lit up Villanova and lit up the NCAA tournament. Well, he didn't light Villanova up, but He lit up the NCAA tournament and had a good game against Villanova in 2016, but they lost essentially. And Villanova went on to win the title, but it just seems like he just got in the league and he's already 30. So, but yeah, unless you can go ahead and make that deal for those three guys plus a pick, first round pick, then you don't do the deal. You know, you gotta include. They gotta give you DeAndre Fox. You know, I mean, you got to build your team. If you're the Kings, you know, if you make that deal, I mean, you're not winning with these guys. You know, they don't have that superstar player, but you know, you got to build your team around someone, and maybe Ben Simmons being out there, maybe he'll change his game, maybe he'll play better, maybe he'll work on his game, maybe he'll start shooting. Never know. He'll be out there, and we'll see. You know, see what he could do if the trade something like that can go through. But that's the only way I would make that deal. And something's got to be done. This is going on far too long. But the things that I'm hearing are James Harden, is going to be waiting to leave the Nets in the offseason. So he wants out of there because of the whole Kyrie Irving, vaccine debacle. So he only plays road games. Can't play the home games due to the, he's unvaccinated and some other reasons. So anyway, hopefully the Sixers can make that move at some point, and we'll go from there. So this was just a little short breaking news on the Tom Brady retirement. Just want to check in. There's going to be some games today. You're going to have the Rams and the 49ers and the Chiefs and the Bengals for the AFC Championship game. So it should be a good day of football. I got the Rams and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. But don't be surprised if the Bengals win outright. So see you later. Have a great day. Talk to you next week.